Yo, how's it going, everyone? It is that time once again. We are back for the Dokkan early stream. We've got stuff coming out today. Well, I say stuff, it is basically just the Frieza EZA. But we also had the data download. We've got some interesting stuff in there. I need to change this quickly. Save that. Stream never actually starts if you come early. Wait, really? Just sits on like the start of the thing. That's weird. Yeah, Kid Vegeta. Well, the new Super Battle Road stages, like, most of them aren't multiple enemies, though, are they? Well, like, one of them has two, and then the other ones have one. Yeah, he seems very much, the new Kid Vegeta very much seems like a Super Battle Road unit, which is weird. But yeah, Golden Frieza's EZA comes out in just under an hour. Proton has put up the data download thread, so I'll probably do the data download video here first, quickly. Yeah, I mean, Kid Vegeta, like, seems interesting, but I wouldn't say it's anything, like, super crazy. Okay, so it's Gogeta for the intensifying fights thing. It's interesting. Yeah, Preston Kitty, how's it going? Kuriyami, Sensu Gang, Dean, Lucky Goat, Dark FE, Soul. We bring her to the stream. Yeah, true. That makes a rare occasion that Bringer's not here, literally straight away. But yeah, shout out to everyone who is already here nice and early. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Dokkan community always love game original animation, so we're here for it. Hey, no worries, Lucky Goat. I appreciate you. But yeah, Tag Goku and Bardock would be such a hype, like, part 2 for me. Let's get the second channel pinned before I forget. Frieza Gogeta is 79% in 300 stones plus the tickets. Nice. Yo, Tickle My Pickle, how's it going? Yeah, I'm going to put the second channel link in the chat. I should be finishing, tonight should be on the second channel, tonight should be the last Death Stranding 2 stream. Because we are basically right at the end of the game. Recreation of the Father-Son coming out of Goku and Bardock would be cool. That would be cool. Yeah, however they choose to do, like, the card, if they do it, it would be very, very cool. To have, like, a proper dual, like, attack, which I guess would be one of the active skills, I don't know. But yeah, that's some crazy, crazy luck, Trace. GG's. much as I want a good Bardock unit, it's Coke people think he'll be in part 2. I mean, I just kind of made that video yesterday just to speculate because the event is getting revamped. I don't necessarily... Like, if you asked me if, like, I really think it will be Bardock and Goku for part 2, as much as I would love it, I don't think it is going to be any sort of, like, high chance. I'll put this down. Should have checked this at the start of the stream, but 10 of the memberships have expired, so we go back down to 307. Still above 300 though, so still good. Oh yeah, the King Vegeta into God Vegeta and Paragus into Wrathful Broly. Be interesting. Either of those would be cool. Goku and Bardock plus Raditz. When is Frieza's EZA? In like 45 minutes.
All right, let's do this.
Oh, excuse me. Try out the full tag exchange team. Yeah, I suppose with the leader skill for like Goku and Vegeta, they can all fit on there because of like Pure Saiyans. Fused fighters for the new Frieza Gogeta, like. Nice, a level 10 Link to start off the day. We'd love to see that. Thank you. I felt weird about the unit being a Golden Frieza / Gogeta exchange. I was excited at the possibilities. Yeah, exactly. So many different like weird options we could get now. I'm looking forward to seeing like what they do. Relearning Legends is hard. Yeah, I tried it when it first came out and it just wasn't for me. I just wasn't a huge fan of like the gameplay. There's no reason they couldn't do Paragus and Broly tag. Yeah, it would be interesting because then we'd finally have a Paragus that's actually on like movie bosses and stuff. Like actually on some decent categories, and then they could easy A the Paragus from the Worldwide Celebration, the free-to-play one. Fat Boo and Hercule tag. That would actually be kind of funny. I don't want to do any more of that ticket banner. I can't afford to pull another tech pan. Beat Festival battles without items. Didn't use Super Vegito tech. Beat it with the Boo duo that fused into Super Vegito STR. Nice. That's the thing. Paragus doesn't really add anything, but it's an excuse that like he could be in the game like as part of the card, but without ruining the card, like the Broly and Paragus card that we already have. Because then it nerfs all the categories and everything. Whereas like it's still just like a cool thing to have like him in the game. The more different units they're doing, the better overall, really. Not just the same characters over and over again.
All right, let's do this.
Hercule and Goku. Beyond Super Saiyans, give him Super Saiyan Hercule as the active. That'd be great. The EZA is in 42 minutes. Right. I need to do the data download video, so... Kid Vegeta drops tomorrow. I'm going to go through the data download now and record it for a video, so you'll get to see. I just need to get the chat up on my phone. That's all the stages for the dailies done, I think. Frieza EZA is in like 40 minutes. But yeah, let's get this done here first. And then we'll go on to that stuff. So I'm just going to record this to go up on the channel straight away, just to talk about the data download. Hey guys, Mustang here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so we got the data download on both versions of the game, adding in all the stuff that we saw in the announcement yesterday for the upcoming content. We have the Frieza EZA that is going to be out very soon. This video is being recorded and put up straight away. I am currently live, so we'll be going through the Frieza EZA and then testing him out. That'll be out very soon. A lot of the rest of the stuff comes out tomorrow. I'm not really sure why they've dropped like one thing today and then a bunch of stuff tomorrow, but it is what it is. So we got the data download thread here from Proton. Shout out to Proton as always for putting all of this stuff together in a handy thread. Make sure you are following him over on Twitter if you want access to all this info straight away. But yeah, shout out to him as always. And let's just go through and break this stuff down. So you can see here a breakdown of the stuff that's in here. We've got the assets in the files here, including the arts for the Kid Vegeta. Because he has two arts, because obviously he was just an SR before. So he now has like a UR Awakening art and then a TUR Awakening art, which is interesting. TUR art's pretty cool. I mean, Kid Vegeta, his design is okay, I guess, is what it is. We'll go through what he actually does in a minute here as well. And we got episode 2 of Dragon Ball Seekers, episode 2, stage 72 of Extreme Super Battle Road, Dragon Ball Seekers, which is available tomorrow. So is the Vegeta. They're staggered as well, weirdly. So the Vegeta comes out at like 5 AM my time, and then the Super Battle Road stage comes out at 8 AM, so like 3 hours later. Dragon Ball Seekers. Then we've got the Intensifying Fights stage 9, and we're going to look at the missions for that here as well. That comes out at 5, so that comes out at the same time as the Vegeta, a couple of hours earlier. We'll go through the missions. You're going to fight, the goal will be to fight against Gogeta in this stage, so we'll go through those missions here as well. And then, yeah, of course, the big one is the Dragon Ball Story revamp of the Lone Warrior, like, Bardock special event. It still has the Giant Form bonus drop. There are 10 stages overall. So because it's revamped as a new event with 2 difficulties per stage, that means you get 20 stones just by playing through all of these new stages again. Obviously you can farm up the Vegetas and there's missions and stuff for that as well. There's the awakening medals for the Kid Vegeta. Then there's a couple of different like cutscenes for the event. I think this is part of the going to be part of the support memory that we can get from farming the event. Frieza EZA, which like I say is about to come out anyway. The weakness is power beyond Super Saiyan, and as it's an LR EZA, it's just going to be power beyond Super Saiyan LRs, so it's going to be super easy. And then yeah, we have a support memory. This is the one that's farmable from the stage. Bardock and Kakarot, so it is the Z one. It's low class warrior category allies key 1, attack and defense 10% for 2 turns. So it's not really anything particularly important or crazy, considering like what low class warrior buffs have we had recently, apart from the Fasha EZA. Like low class warriors isn't really a relevant team at the moment, and even like, you know, one of these permanent buff support memories wouldn't necessarily make it a super crazy team, but this is a for 2 turns buff. So I mean the support memory itself might be kind of cool, but the effect not really anything particularly special. And then we have a Squadra special wallpaper to celebrate the opening of the Squadra pre-registration campaign. This comes out in like just over a week, I believe. I will be making content on this. I applied for their Squadra like creator program and got into it, so I will be making content on this. I made a couple of videos during the previous beta, playing some games of like Minato and Goresh and stuff like that. And it was quite fun. I've never played a MOBA before. I've always thought they were going to be like super complicated. And then yeah, I played this like with Minato and Goresh and that a few times, and it was pretty fun. So looking forward to doing some more stuff on that. And then yeah, we just have some scripted assets. That's like the Bardock Goku face to face that like the Goku and Frieza face to face that Bardock sees. And we got Kid Vegeta, got some other Bardock assets as well. Chilled. I guess yeah, part of the later stage is probably from the future Bardock story. I can't remember the whole like Lone Warrior Bardock like mission structure. Pretty cool though. So yeah, not a huge amount in the files that we didn't know about. Like this is just a bonus little wallpaper that you can use if you want. Everything else is pretty much what was announced yesterday. So nothing really surprising in here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Kid Vegeta and see if he is actually going to be any good. So Kid Vegeta, successors category, 50% leader skill, AGL int or physical types, 30% leader skill. So obviously there's a 50% is typical free to play without an EZA level leader skill. Nothing obviously particularly useful for really difficult content, but if you're just starting out and beating the very early level events to farm up like the different free to play teams and stuff like that, you could get some use out of him, considering he has the 3 types lead, I guess. His super attack greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, does supreme damage and has a high chance to stun. So good super attack effects. The greatly raise obviously is appreciated. Stun, where possible, is obviously super helpful. So good super attack effect at least. And then his passive, plans for the future. Key 2 and attack and defense 200%. When facing 2 or more enemies, attack and defense 120%. And chance to crit and chance to dodge 20%. And then gives space traveling warriors and gifted warriors allies attack and defense 20% for 2 turns. When facing 2 or more enemies, like why is he a super battle road character? When facing 3 or more enemies, attack and defense 130%, chance to crit or dodge 30%, and then space traveling warriors or gifted allies 30% for 3 turns. So I mean, that's cool, I guess, but like, there's not many events where that's going to be super relevant. When there's another ally whose name includes Vegeta in the turn, extra 200% defense and 20% dodge when receiving an attack. When there's no allies whose name includes Vegeta, 200% attack and a chance to crit 20% when attacking. So if you're running a Vegeta, he's got better defense, and if you're not running a Vegeta, he's got better attack. Interesting. And then when attacking with 12 or more key, attack and defense 200%, Launch 2 additional attacks, each of which has a high chance to become a super. I mean, that's good, because he greatly raises on both of his super attacks, so he could potentially get, with the hidden potential, 4 supers in one turn. But, like, this part of his passive isn't going to be active in a lot of the... if you're doing any of the difficult content where there's, like, one enemy. I guess there are fights like Rose and Zamasu and, like, the new Union Master where, like, the first phase is, like, 2 enemies. But there's not... like, we're very much not in a meta where there are difficult fights with multiple enemies, apart from the odd 1 or 2. And especially this one, like, 3 enemies one. Like, are there any events currently in the game? Because even the Union Master, like, some of the stages have 2 enemies, but that's it. Like, outside of Super Battle Road or the World Tournament, where do we have 3 enemies at the same time? Yeah, so, I mean, his links are okay. They're a typical sort of, like, base Vegeta links, and then his categories, obviously, pretty similar. Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't seem, like, completely terrible, but I just don't really get what his design is for. Because, like, he doesn't give the support or get any of the extra stats if you're not fighting multiple enemies. So then all he's really doing is very basic stats, greatly raising on super and getting a couple of additional supers. So nothing really special, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame. And then we've got missions. Obviously, Frieza's EZA is an LR EZA, so there's just the one mission to beat stage 7 and get 3 stones. We've got the intensifying fight, so beat the stage once, defeat Gogeta in phase 2, and then clear the stage with movie bosses characters. So obviously that means there's only 2 phases. You'll have to do something specific in phase 1 in order to actually fight Gogeta. We won't know what that is for now until we see the event. Then yeah, ESBR, beat stage 72, get some more of the support, skill orbs and the coins to EZA the support memory for 18. This is like, isn't this like the androids and earthlings or something in earthlings? And then we've got the missions for the Bardock's re-event. Like typical normal when they do these DB story revamps, you have to beat each of the story stages with like one specific category character on your team, and it unlocks the parts of the support memory. Beating some of these stages, these are the stages where you can farm those cards from. Beating them for the first time just gives you a guaranteed like copy, and then yeah, leveling up and awakening the Vegeta, Prince Vegeta, is going to finish off the rest of the missions. So nothing really overly complicated, all pretty straightforward. Most of the stuff we saw in the news update yesterday anyway. Frieza EZA will be out soon, so come over to the stream, we'll be doing that live. Let me know what you guys think of the Kid Vegeta. Like I said, I don't think he's completely terrible, but yeah, he's nothing special, unfortunately. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. And yeah, we'll have a bunch of new stuff out tomorrow to do. And for now, today we'll be checking out the LR Golden Frieza. So let me know all of your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one. Okay, so got that recorded. I'm just going to put that up straight away. Yeah, Frieza. I don't get the point of the Vegeta. Like I said, we barely have any fights with like 2 enemies, let alone 3. Like that 3 enemies or more part of his passive is just like never going to be active. Like, what is the point of that?
All right, let's do this.
You know, I just don't really see like what is the purpose of his awakening. It's kind of the same thing I said about like the thing with the revamping the Bardock event now? It's like, why are they doing this now? If the Super Battle Road stage was a category that he's on, then I guess, because is he on Dragon Ball Seekers? No, because they don't know about the Dragon Balls then. Yeah, so if he was on the stage of like the new Super Battle Road that was coming out, then I could kind of see that making sense, because at least he's a Super Battle Road character coming out at the time when Super Battle Road is coming out. So like, I don't know, it's just weird. I'm not sure what the purpose of that is. Yeah, bring out, how's it going? He'd destroy the Gogeta clone event. Could Mono Physical Cooler get a Super EZA this celebration? I don't think it's impossible. It's maybe, I mean, we've started getting the 120 leader Super EZAs because we got the Super Saiyan 4s, but there's still quite a few before them. But yeah, I guess technically, now that they have dropped at least one of those 120 EZAs. Oh. Damn, that's the first time I've lost a Link level run. That was using a boost as well. That's crazy.
Alright, let's do this.
That's what happens when you put like SRs on your team. Proton said there's room for a Super EZA. Okay. Does Bulma or General Blue have the ability to stun all enemies? Because they did that. I think General Blue might have, actually, funnily enough. But yeah, if there's room for a Super EZA, surely it's got to be Tech Golden Frieza. No, that should be up. There you go. You guys can help me out directly by going and clicking the link, even if you were here when we recorded the video just now. Obviously helps out the channel for the video to get views straight away. So open up the link, leave a comment, let me know you came over from the stream. Let me know your thoughts on the Kid Vegeta and how amazingly good he is. Alright, so Frieza's EZA is out in 23 minutes. Golden Frieza, I cast you the fate of Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and Super Saiyan 2 in Gohan. Oof. Just needs defense be upon ye. I mean, the thing is, I do think that, I think that in Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, it's pretty decent. Like, I don't dislike him as much as some people do. Now, don't get me wrong, he absolutely could have been better, but I don't want Cooler to Super EZA now, save him for when STR Cooler EZAs. I mean, I guess, but like, they have the same name. I suppose they're still going to end up being on the team. Just give Cooler, like, they gave a lot of the early Super EZAs support. So just do that. Like, give the physical Cooler Super EZA, like, extras, like, just give support if he's in slot 3 or something. Although, to be fair, the problem is STR Cooler isn't a slot 1 unit. So it's very difficult to run them on the same team. Because even if the physical Cooler becomes a floating support, like, STR Cooler doesn't go in slot 1, so the Videl revival. Massive disconnect between the EZAs and the headliner. Yeah, it's definitely like a weird celebration in the sense that we don't really have like we don't have like a guarantee or like a set like theme. Like, what is the theme of the celebration? There you go, we'll just run that. Yeah, and then like the awakening for Vegeta, like the awakening for Kid Vegeta, and like the teams that he supports, like the revamp of the Bardock event, and we're getting the support memory that's for like low class warriors. It's all very weird. Yeah, low class warrior for part 2 maybe because of the, like, who knows. I got sniped. Dude, that would be my $1 with under a minute left. Oof. Yeah, that sucks when that happens. Right, so did they give out the wallpaper already? because it'll be at the top. I saw someone post a picture of it that looked like it was actually in game. You got to do the Hive Lord yet in Helldivers 2. No, I haven't played Helldivers 2 in what, like a year maybe. I literally haven't played it like from when they added in the Illumina or anything. Right. Still set from yesterday. Let's go. Good chance part 2 is custom animation unit entirely from a movie. Yeah, potentially. That's the thing, it could be anything at this point. All the new stuff is awesome, but hot damn are we crashing and dropping frames. Game is going crazy and melting. Yeah, that was one of the things I mentioned when I was going through when I was talking about the whatchamacallit, the what's the word? The Squadra like wallpaper thing. But yeah, I need to check my emails actually to see if they're going back in touch with me. But yeah, I got the I applied and got into the Squadra like creator program thing. So I will be making content on it. I played a few games with like Goresh and Minato during the last like beta test thing. And I swear, like, as much as I've been very much enjoying Death Stranding 2, like, every single stream I have to cut out like one of the songs because it the stream gets demonetized. It looks fun. Yeah, I need to check out the properly the trailer things that came out yesterday. Everyone was saying that 17 looks absolutely insane. Right, we got 14 minutes until the Frieza EZA comes out. Yeah, I just have to start singing over all of the songs. Do that. It's probably not even really the best idea to float off Goku because then he's going to get less stacks overall. Yeah. Nice. Great. Toa takes 851k. Yeah, the hero's agenda is eternal. Yeah, I don't know if it's just me, but this celebration's been pretty dry for one of the big celebrations. Yeah, I mean, the Tanabata usually isn't anything super crazy, but there was quite a decent bit of stuff that dropped on day one, but then I think that's the problem, is they dropped a few things, and then there just hasn't been anything since then. But yeah, the next Death Stranding 2 stream is tonight on the second channel. Make sure you guys check out the link pinned in the chat. It probably is going to be the final stream, as we are right near the end of the game. So... GDC was kind of dry-ish, part 1, 2, no. Part 2 might be a tidal wave of stuff. Yeah, the pacing in the GDC was a little bit weird, so there is obviously the possibility that it's going to pick back up for part 2 as more stuff comes out. And we're getting a bunch of stuff tomorrow. I say a bunch of stuff, but like a couple of stages. You see what Proton posted about the space available for new units. There's room for a new LR and Super EZA. I only saw the data download posts, but I think Drace mentioned it in chat. Two gaps between the old tables. This seems to be a Super EZA and a new LR. Well, that makes sense because obviously we know we're going to get a part 2 LR. So... yeah, gigantic content incoming, true. I think we're probably dead, because I think, doesn't Nappa like usually super in slot 1, so... or like normally in slot 1, but there's no attacks in slot 1. So he's going to super Vegeta. Camel, yeah, have a camel hat in Death Stranding 2, because it's a Hideo Kojima game. Whilst the game is normally very serious and like the story is quite deep and a bit dark sometimes, there's also a lot of like zany random comedy things in it, like pizza kung fu, and the fact that I have a camel hat that stores water. Oh, I'd have lived that if we were on full health. That's crazy. But yeah, the heroes team is probably not going to be able to do this, but yeah, I would say Tech Gold and Frieza is the most likely to be the Super EZA, right? Why would it be anyone else? He's one of the units that's like next in line for Super EZA. Yeah, I guess we just have to do this rotation again. Not that part 2 got one, I felt like they wanted to release part 1 and part 2 on content for the new units to take part until it was over. Yeah, it's Tech Bardock EZA. That would be kind of funny, but... I'm still at 10,330 stones even after using 150 on the Golden Frieza and Gogeta banner. Damn. Well, that's crazy. Man's out here with all the stones. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're at the point where the Heroes team just isn't going to be able to get this done. So the Frieza EZA is out in 6 minutes. Yeah, watch out, Heroes. This is base Nappa we're fighting. I mean, as long as he supers the STR Goku after he's supered, this rotation could be okay. But he supered him first, so extra damage. Pretty sure that means that, like, physical, like, Xeno Goku has to do like 4 supers or something to even be able to survive the normal. Okay, now you dodge. Double dodge the normals after getting hit in slot 1 with the super, I see. $189k from a normal. Bruh.
Let's do this.
I wonder if the fact that there's a guest friend, does that mean that this person actually did it with the Heroes team? Like, why is there a random guest limit breaker for Geo? 1075. Could get more, but I'm waiting on Golden Frieza's EZA for the movie bosses mission. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be very helpful because those events aren't super long. So Frieza with his EZA will be really good for those. Like all the events that have come out that have like a movie bosses mission, that Frieza is going to be good. Yeah, Pan dodged the super, so... Look at this damage, though. Can we clear stage 1 of a Lone Warriors battle? Oh, God. Well, this is going to be a risky one. This time it ended just, yeah, our 15-year Dragon Ball cycle has refreshed. See you all in 15 years. Could you imagine? Oh, the panel mission. Oh, right, I see. I thought they were making a joke about heroes. Can they beat a story-like mission? Yeah, the event doesn't come out until tomorrow. Sub-EZA details. "7 days until launch, Squadron." Frieza's EZA is now live. I can't imagine we're going to survive much longer here, so... Although, the Battlefield Diva link does give extra dodge chance, so, you know... Yeah, watch everybody actually just dodge this time. Yeah, the only thing that's actually out today is the Golden Frieza EZA. I hate festival battles so much. Understandable. Did you finish the mission with no items like real Dokkan players? So the year's 2040. Ringen has moved on, as have we all. The new Dragon Ball series by Toyotaro has been revealed. Dragon Ball AF on a YouTube 5.0 website. You get a notification with, how's it going, guys? Oh my god, how am I still alive? Yeah, I wasn't sure about there being a banner for him, because it says he'll be available on an upcoming banner, but because he's a yellow coin LR, I feel like that means he's just going to be on... Okay, of course, Pan didn't dodge. He's just going to be on the Part 2 LR banner. But yeah, this shouldn't take long. It's been a while for these icons. Yeah, that's the thing. The Heroes team not getting any updates for a while has made it a bit difficult for those emotes to come out, I guess. Is LR weakness being the LR link and not the actual category makes things so much faster? I know. Because like hard hitting LR is just like, you can just like one shot so many of the phases. There's no sense in not have a banner out for him. People might not have him and can be a good option if they're Frieza and Gogeta. Yeah, it's weird, but like I say, I imagine it's just because he's going to be on the Part 2 banner, but that is still strange. How do you build LR Golden Frieza? I'm at 69%, but haven't selected his slots. What, the new one or the this EZA one? Because honestly, the new one I'm kind of not really sure, because Gogeta doesn't need crit, but Frieza doesn't want dodge. Because Frieza wants to get hit to get built up. So it's... I'm not really sure. The AGL one. I need to once we finished his EZA and I can double check his kit easily. Actually, I guess I can just bring it up on here. Yeah, because he doesn't raise defense on his 12 key super, so he doesn't gain a lot from additional, although he will do extra damage. He starts off with like 90% crit chance, so he doesn't really need crit early on either. I mean, because his main role, especially at the beginning, is to be a slot 1 tank, and he does slowly but surely lose damage reduction, I mean, full dodge and then additional is probably the way to go.
Alright, let's do this.
Yeah, no change, it was already full dodge and additional. I'm actually not even sure what the build for mine is.
Alright, let's do this.
I would have said Frieza and Gogeta if it was the new one. Yeah, fair enough. Some people wouldn't, so it's always good to clarify. In fact, when I say some people wouldn't, I've already had multiple people ask about the new unit and just call them LR Golden Frieza, so always good to make sure. But yeah, shout out to everyone that's here for the stream. Make sure you guys hit that like button. We're going to get Frieza easy aid here as quickly as we can, and then we'll jump in with the actual Frieza and Gogeta team. Try them out and see how we go.
Alright, let's do this.
Tried games today, really good. Time was a powder state. I've never tried that one. I have. I've tried a bunch of the different like powder energy drinks. Obviously, the play ammo one was really good, but sadly, only ships within the UK, which is fine for me. But if you ever play Helldivers again, be careful if you have a fear of caves and giant sandworm creatures. Yeah, I don't know if I will ever play it again. Like, I don't think any of my friends that were playing it are playing it anymore. Yeah, apparently G Fuel's having some like big rebrand thing or something. Like they posted a thing that made it seem like they were shutting down, but apparently it's just a rebrand. How will Nano make money now? But yeah, apparently it's just a rebrand. But they made a post that it seems it's like very much worded in like the way that like a business shutting down like kind of post would be worded, but apparently it's just them rebranding. Ownership being changed. I don't actually know. So there isn't a huge amount of details like in the post or anything. You see the DBZ Cell Saga bundle. No. Hold on. Perfection. Yeah, the Cell Saga ones have got Perfection, which is Kiwi Lime, Father Son Fury, which is Chewy Mango Candy, and then Raspberry Creamsicle, which is Infinite Energy with the androids on it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. How can I make the last mission to get the wallpaper? Is the last mission the is it the beat the Lone Warrior thing? Because it's not out till tomorrow. If it's the same one that somebody asked about earlier. The whole bundle with all the flavors and the shaker. Nice.
All right, let's do this.
Oh well, this will be a quick turn. Yeah, the Lone Warrior one. Yeah, it's not out until tomorrow. So unfortunately, you actually can't do that mission today. You have to wait till tomorrow to be able to do it. Alright, is it? We're on 9? 2 more to go. Alright, almost there.
Let's do this.
Is the expectation that the part 2 banner LR will be yellow coin banner? Well, yeah, because it should be, if we're going by last year with like Jiren and the year before with Omega, it should be a Carnival LR. So there will potentially be other Carnival LRs featured as well, but it'll be Carnival LRs and yellow coin LRs on the banner. So seemingly that means this LR Golden Frieza will be on that banner, because the thing in the news for his EZA said he would be on an upcoming banner, but he hasn't got his own banner like now. So but yeah, I guess we'll see. Like, it's kind of weird to have, like, and Drace was saying, right, it is weird to like have his EZA now, especially considering that he's going to be a really good unit for the Frieza and Gogeta team. So for people that don't have him, you would kind of want to get him, and he's just like going to EZA today but not be available on a banner at all. It's a bit weird. Vegeta, but alas, Gogeta fans stay winning at the moment. I know, it's so funny that like the part 2 of the GDC had everyone going crazy about the Gogeta bias, and then they just casually turned around in like the next celebration and were like, yeah, here's another Gogeta card. The Golden Age Frieza full dodge and balance additional. Yeah, I think so. I think that's probably the best way to do it, because, like, obviously at first, like, turn 1, it's not like he needs dodge with, like, 90% damage reduction. And I think he has, like, does he have guard on the first turn as well? But obviously as the event goes on, he gets weaker defensively. So that dodge is probably going to come in clutch, like, later on. Which 11th year be double Vegeta? I mean, it could be. It'd be only fair enough at this point, to be honest. Evolution has dictated we have flexible hands and a thumb, and humanity has decided to touch everything, regardless of whether it kills us or not. True. Alright. I don't think I have a spare SA5 copy of this guy, but not that that matters, because I have many Kais. Yeah, I had a bunch of spare copies that I could have used, but at least I have spare copies I can change his hidden potential if I want to. Nice. Those two actually just worked. Yeah, see, mine has some crit, which... When I was new to the game, we used the Christmas Kais. I mean, yeah, I guess you wouldn't know, like, better. I think the first year I was playing and they gave them out, I probably used them. And then when they gave them out, like, the next year, I was like, oh, I should probably keep these, because they only give them out at Christmas. Damn, combo attack 7. Aren't there like ones that are specific for like characters whose name includes Frieza that we got from the Frieza event? Alright, well there you go. It's got 21 dodge. We'll see. Use them all except for one copy of each. Yeah, I had thought about just keeping the one copy, but I figured I'd just keep all of them. There's a song in the background. These are all the Dokkan OSTs from this year. I'm not sure what the last one was. Will it go back to the exact one? Was it this one? This is the Blue Kaioken from the Golden Week intro. Next time a release will be the not hype guys like Tamagami's and Ku and Do or something. I mean, I think that is definitely possible. Yeah, so I already put Golden Frieza on the team. The question, though, as it will always be when it comes to these kind of things, is what event shall we do? I want to see how good at tanking he is, so like doing a longer event. I want to see a couple of things, right? Like, we kind of want to see his damage reduction, like, wear down a little bit and see how good he will still be. But we also don't want to do a super long event because the ones we currently have don't hit super hard right at the beginning, which is where he's going to be really tanky. So... Year 10 Vegeta Blue stage. I think that's a little bit too outdated at this point. Like he doesn't even really hit that hard, does he? Yeah, Goku Black and Zamasu fight is like the big one. I mean, I guess we can just jump into that one first. Rotation locking is a pain, but we'll bring our Senzu beans just in case, I guess. I like the fact that the best way you can filter so you're always going to find a Golden Frieza and Gogeta is just search for Extreme Tech Movie Heroes. Because there's no other Extreme Movie Heroes characters. Alright, now can we get Golden Frieza on turn 1? We can. This is a pretty bad rotation in terms of like the next turn, I guess. But the rotation, regardless of who gets locked, like the rotation's actually kind of good. It does also depend where the attacks are as well, to be fair. Let's have a look. Yeah, I did say that was the Tech Kaioken intro from Golden Week. And that's a decent set of links. He's only going to take the AoE and then A normal. But unfortunately this Frieza's locked in slot 1, so there's not really anything I can do about that. Alright. I filled up my water bottle downstairs and then didn't bring it up with me. Okay. Yeah, the super squat. Yeah, some of the recent battle motions have definitely left something to be desired, shall we say. I definitely get that. Alright, we're going to start up the Frieza showcase here. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you have not already. Got about a third of the people in the stream have liked the stream. Shout out to everyone here. We've got almost 100 people here. So we could easily clear 50 likes if everybody likes the stream. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this started. Hey guys, Marsinger here, bringing our Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so we got the AGL LR Golden Frieza EZA today, and we are going to try him out. here on the Tech Golden Frieza and Gogeta team. So post EZA, our guy on his 12 key super greatly raises attack for 1 turn, colossal damage and lowers attack and defense. His 18 key greatly raises attack and raises defense for 1 turn and does mega colossal damage. So he gets a 30% defense raise on his 18 key, and then obviously no defense raise on his 12 key, but the 12 key is greatly raise attack 50%, as is the 18 key. So he could potentially do some decent damage. His leader skill is now Resurrected Warriors or Planetary Destruction, 4 key, 172 stats, which could be useful for things like Battlefield and stuff like that, right? So then his passive, he has entrance animation and he gets guard for 1 turn, 100% defense for 3 turns, and then he gets chance of performing a crit and damage reduction 90%. That's what he starts out as, right? Then he gets crit chance and damage reduction minus 10%. For every 2 turns passed, no more than minus 60. So he'll get to 30% damage reduction and crit chance left, and then it will stop going down. But it goes down 10% every 2 turns. So if you keep him on rotation, so turn 1 he has 90%, then turn 3 when he comes back again, it'll be 80%. Turn 5 it'll be 70%. So it goes down a lot slower than before his EZA, which is really good. Helps him to stay that, you know, defensively competitive for longer. And then he has 6 key and 200% attack and defense. When HP is 50% or more, he gets an extra 200% attack and defense and a guaranteed additional super. For every super attack performed, he gets an extra key up to 3 and 30% defense up to 150. So he's got to do 5 super attacks to get the full defensive buff. And then for every attack received, he gets 1 key up to 3 and 30% attack up to 150. So he has to get hit 5 times in order for that to build up. Then starting from the 3rd turn, once only he can get a 300% attack boost and a guaranteed crit if you're at 50% or less HP. And then from the 5th turn onwards, you get an extra 100% attack and defense if you're in slot 2 or 3. And turn 7, an extra 100% attack and defense if you're in slot 3, which would obviously stack with the previous one. So if he's in slot 3 on turn 7, he'd be getting 200% extra attack and defense. I like this design because they've done that obviously to sort of play into the fact that he's losing that defensive strength, which is you'd probably be putting him on the team to be a slot 1 unit, and then as the event goes a little bit longer and he becomes defensively weaker, you don't want to put him in slot 1 anymore, so you do get an extra bonus then if you slide him into slot 2 on turn 5, and then obviously turn 7 where his damage reduction, to be fair, if he's on turn 1, his damage reduction on turn 7 is still like 60%, which is still pretty good on turn 7, and then he'll be getting an extra 200% attack and defense if he's in slot 3. So yeah, he seems like he could be pretty interesting. I want to try a couple of events because, like, longer events, it'll be interesting to see how his defense like is affected and how strong defensively he can still be in the later parts of longer stages. But obviously his real strength is going to be tanking early on with that guard and 90% damage reduction on turn 1. So I thought to start off we would jump into the Rose and Zamasu event. We got kind of a good like first rotation because the rotation was set up like this already, and then one of the Friezas is just locked in slot 1. So we're already essentially set up with the rotation that we want. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. He doesn't get any extra key per orb or anything like that, so that's one thing you have to kind of be aware of. But yeah, let's go ahead and see how well he can do here. Obviously my 55% Frieza in slot 1, taking a bit of damage there from Zamasu. But yeah, I'm very interested to see what kind of attack stats he's going to put out, because obviously for this new Frieza and Gogeta leader, he does get the full 220 lead. And we're obviously above the 50% HP. So we get the extra stats and we get the extra super. So it's at 13.4 million. Nothing crazy, but I think the thing you have to remember is this guy, because he's designed to be a tank, he's like on the team to be a defensive unit. We probably aren't too worried about his attack stats. Like, obviously doing a little bit of damage here is good. I mean, he's got good crit chance as well early on, so very likely that most of his attacks on turn 1 are just going to be crits. So, you know, he does like a decent bit of extra damage. And that's before getting built up, because remember, he's got to get hit 5 times in order to have that actual full build-up. So, but yeah, unsurprisingly tanking the normal from Rose after a little bit of build-up, get for double-digit damage. I mean, he supered 3 times in the first turn. And remember, he has to super 5 times in order to get his full defensive buff. So, that's pretty good. And of course, he gets the extra key. So getting hit by like the AoE before... Actually, no, the AoE was after he attacked. But if he gets hit with an AoE before he attacks, then that's obviously giving him that extra key like straight away as well. Which in certain situations could be quite handy if you are like low on key. So yeah, that Golden Frieza ate quite a bit of damage from that super. It's quite a bad turn for key. I'm gonna do this. Let's just break the lock here, because I only care about the showcase for Frieza. I'm not worried about like, oh, I've got to try and beat it with no items, guys. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll leave Broly there for now. Because yeah, the gods having guard and 77% damage reduction on turn 1 is they still took 250k though from Zamasu. That's kind of crazy. The god's going to get some attacks off here. I just want to see what Frieza is at on the next turn. He only got hit twice on the first turn, so it's not like he's going to be fully built up or anything. Also, the locking, well, that's why I bought the Senzu Beans, because the locking obviously could be annoying with the way the rotations get shuffled, because he was in slot 2 on the first turn, which means he'll be in slot 3 when the rotation like loads up. It's obviously not where we want him to be. Is the new Frieza EZA OP? I mean, he seems good so far in terms of like, obviously turn 1, he's going to be practically invincible, like 90% damage reduction and guard. So like, a 10 million damage super attack isn't going to do damage to him on turn 1. Like, and then he gets defensively weaker as the event goes along. So it kind of depends. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, of course, the Vegeta got locked in slot 1, so we're going to fix that. Yeah, Frieza has the... I always forget he actually has an active skill. Can be activated when HP is 50% or less starting from turn 3. Massively raises attack temporarily and does mega colossal damage to all enemies. But like, not only is he not fully built up, but I also don't really want to AoE and hit Rose. But yeah, we'll remove the lock and then move him over here. So he's at 637k defense start of turn for turn 2. So bear in mind that he is at 637k and he has 80% damage reduction because he's only lost 10% now from the first turn. He doesn't have guard anymore, but if we took a 10 million damage super, took off 80%, it'd be 2 million. So he would still take like 1.4. So obviously he's not tanking like a 10 mil on turn 2. But none of these guys are doing a 10 mil. Like Zamasu and Rose not fully built up. Zamasu only does, I think, like 5 million. I think it's like 4.8. So 5 million minus 80% is a million. And then he has got 637k defense. So he would take like 300k from Zamasu Super. But I guess he doesn't get... Yeah, in slot 1 he doesn't... Oh, actually, did he get the attack buff? Because we started on low HP. I think he gets the attack buff for this turn, you know. Because Because even though we healed, I'm pretty sure he still, like, keeps it. So... Plus, he's obviously going to get the attack buff from getting hit and everything. The extra key, which we obviously didn't need on this turn specifically, but... Well, there you go. So Zamasu's going to super. 565. 38 mil. I mean, 565 on turn 2 from Zamasu. That's not really great. He only got the one super, yeah, because we'd started the turn at 50% on less HP, so he doesn't get the guaranteed additional. Yeah, I don't know. That's like... That's definitely not as good as I was kind of hoping for the second turn. Like I say, the first turn, he's going to be like practically invincible. But the fact that he still took that much on the second turn from Zamasu. So bear in mind, like, as the event goes on and then Rose starts to get built up, Rose would be doing like massive damage to him. And then, yeah, Rose, even after attacking, does massive damage to him. Well, that's disappointing.
Let's do this.
Just going to use his thing here. See if we can get to turn 2 and get a Golden Frieza on the field. Yeah, that's really disappointing. I'm kind of surprised, like, with how good he is on turn 1. The fact that he got supered by Zamasu pre-super, then got supered by Rose after he'd supered, and that combo did like 1,000,000 damage to him. So that's it, we just died. And that's kind of crazy. Yeah, Anto, how's it going? Like the stream for a new banner. Damn, we're getting that build up now. How are you in the gang? Yeah, pretty good. Glad to hear that you're doing well. I just need to get to... Okay. Okay, so we jump back in. Frieza's on turn 2. Typically, there's no attacks in slot 1 before he attacks. But his turn 1 defense is 537k. Like I said, the interesting thing, I'm very surprised that like that combo of the 2 supers, like from Zamasu before Frieza had supered, and then from Rose after Frieza had supered. Like in total, that was 1,000,000 damage that we took, which is... definitely a lot more than I would have expected. Like, Frieza, this AGL Golden Frieza, like, he's basically invincible on turn 1. But then to have such a massive drop-off on turn 2, that in this event, like, this is kind of the... You know, this is the guy that's supposed to be, like I say, like, from his kit and everything, supposed to be a slot 1 tank. I guess the way he's, like, supposed to be designed is with, like, the Tech Frieza, is that this guy goes in slot 1 on the first turn, Tech Frieza goes in slot 2, and ideally gets a bunch of hits so he can get built up a little bit. Then on the next turn, you put the Tech Frieza in slot 1, so that this guy can attack first. And Tech Frieza was the one that got supered by Zamasu. Oh, it was Rose. It was the post-super Rose super then that was the 500k. But yeah, like... it seems a bit... for Rose, especially with no build-up... like, Golden Frieza... this is why I kind of soured on him when he first came out, is that, like, the logic behind when you're putting him in the team for, like, the team building is he's on the team to be a tank. It's why it doesn't really matter so much if, like, his early turn attack stats aren't super high, because he's there to be a defensive unit. But, like, if he's taking that much damage on turn 2, post-attacking as well, because he'd attacked, what, like, 4 times? So his passive was like 4 out of 5 of the supers to build his to build up his defense. And yeah, of course AGL Vegeta gets supered in slot 3, of course. Well, this is just going absolutely horribly trying to do this Hey, shout out to Big Robbie for the follow over on the Twitch side, and Sir Ponzi as well. The bright side is that he's better than before. Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
Alright, well this is kind of a funny turn, because it's not a great rotation for Frieza in terms of like his links or anything, but most of the attacks are in slot 1, so we will get to see the full force of his like slot 1 tanking. Plus, the funny thing is, by having Puff to Power Kid Goku here on the rotation and actually picking up the orbs, it means Golden Frieza has 98% damage reduction. So he can't take any damage here. Yeah, 10 million. He gets a lot of attack from links. Like having him linked up with the other, like the Tech Golden Frieza, is going to give him loads of attack. Whereas here, obviously, not so much. But yeah, all of these attacks on turn 1, this is where he's going to shine. Like, in the really short events, he's going to be really, really good. Oh my god, the dodge. I think his best build is full dodge as well. Like, mine is built for, like, mine has like 21 dodge or something currently. Like, in short events, he's going to be really, really good. Because, like I say, on turn 1, he basically can't take damage. So a lot of these events that are only going like 4 turns or something like that, this guy should be really, really good. Put him in slot 1 on turn 1, and then don't put him in slot 1 on turn 2. Especially because, like, if you don't want to use it straight away on turn 1, you'd have the Tech Golden Frieza target ability, like EZA, that you could use on turn 2. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just like bad luck, but it's like that instant after that first turn, I'm instantly like just disappointed with his EZA. Taking that much from a super after he supered from a non-built up Rosé and still taking like 500 odd K is definitely not what like this team needed, especially. Like, we needed this guy to be a really good tank. Great, and he's locked in the middle. Rotation locking will always be annoying when it comes to trying to showcase units. But yeah, I mean, the Golden Frieza team has a bunch of issues as it is anyway. Golden Frieza and Gogeta, I suppose. But like, man, this Frieza was definitely a unit that we really wanted to see make a big improvement for this team. And like, I don't know, outside of that one turn where he's going to be really good, is he going to be providing much value to the team? Like, outside of that, I don't know. Probably not really. But yeah, HL, like, the Omega team is interesting because, like, Frieza on Omega's team does work kind of well. But, like, I don't know if you would make space, because of how many good units are on Omega's team, would you really be making space for the new Frieza and the AGL Frieza? Like, I imagine AGL Golden Frieza could probably still be quite good on Omega's team because of all the support that Omega gives, like all the extra defense. But, like, yeah, I don't think I would run the AGL one and the Tech one, because then it's like you're wanting to run them as a rotation. But you really want, like, the Omegas just to stay on rotation. And the Freezers don't have big bad bosses, obviously. Yeah, 51 million for my 55% one after taking all the attacks for the turn with the target ability. I don't know, man. Frieza just seems really disappointing. Right. Because, yeah, we got a bunch of hits in on turn 1. So it's at 880k defense, which is, you know, you would think 880k with like 80% damage reduction would be good. But, well, as we already said, like Zamasu, if he's supering for like 5 mil, that's still like 1 million damage. I mean, I guess on this turn it would be okay. But of course, typically, we're out of Senzu Beans now, so... But yeah, I don't know. I just don't think he's very good. Yeah, if it was every time he was on rotation, he lost the 10%. Because then you could float him. Otherwise, yeah, by floating him off... Well, it's every 2 turns, to be fair. So, if you float him off, when he comes back again, he'll still have only lost 1 stack the first time. Then when you float him off again, and he comes back, he'll have lost 2. So, technically you could float him off on turn 1, and then when he comes back, he's going to be still at 80% damage reduction. You don't get any bonus or any benefit from floating him off, because he doesn't get the buff when he's in slot 2 until, like, is it turn 5? Yeah, I don't know. I've definitely a little bit disappointed in terms of what I expected. Outside of turn 1, obviously. I mean, yeah, the crit chance is nice because, like, his attack stats aren't super high, so at least the crit chance makes it so that he does a bit of extra damage. But yeah, Raudo, how's it going? Gave us last month so many half-baked teams. Golden Frieza team is really bad. The new Gohan team is really bad. I wouldn't say Gohan team's really bad. I mean, I guess the teams can work. Like, I've no itemed all the difficult content with Gohan's team. Yeah, this guy locked in slot 1 is not great, is it? But fortunately, we could use the Frieza active here. Made for turns like this. Go ahead and do that. Yeah, Raudo caught a stream that's 5 minutes over the normal schedule. Yeah, I'm literally just going to finish off this recording and then that'll be the end of the stream. But, man, I want to see Frieza because obviously turn 5, we're going to put him in slot 2 and he's going to get this attack buff. But, like, yeah. I don't know, man. I'm very disappointed. I expected a lot better. Yeah, this Vegeta being stuck in slot 1 is not ideal. Yeah, 80 million for Frieza. Frieza is pretty funny on a turn where you can actually get hit a bunch of times before he attacks, but... But yeah, we'll see this one more turn with Frieza. Overall, I have to say I'm not impressed. Turn 1, cool. Super good slot 1 tank. And then, like, turn 2, I guess you're then putting him in slot 2 and, like, hoping he doesn't get supered. Because, Yeah, on his second appearance after supering, still taking like 500 odd K from a non-built up Rose. Because Rose's not even, especially not built up, like Rose's not the hardest hitting boss we have in the current like difficult content. So it's definitely not great. Also, we might not even survive this turn. Because we've got Frieza in slot 1. He should be fully built up now, but because he had the previous active skill turn. Yeah, so fully built up, we have 923k. But on this turn, we only have 70% damage reduction. I mean, at least Frieza still has the guard here, but yeah, it's not a great turn. Alright, well, let's see. What is AGL Golden Frieza going to do here in terms of attack? Because he's getting the... Remember, now it's turn 5, so he's getting an extra 100% attack and defense if he's the second attacker in the turn. So that does put up his defense by quite a bit as well. But obviously he's now only got 70% damage reduction. Yeah, 46.1 million, and he's got 70% chance to crit still, which is... Well, that's pretty good for turn 2 in terms of damage. But he's obviously not like a crazy tank now. Yeah, true. If you switch over to Gogeta and then he does his super, then obviously Frieza would get a bunch of extra defense, but then lose a lot, or like most of his links. I mean, he's going to tank normals fine. We saw that he tanked the normals for double-digit damage, but yeah, I don't know. I just think he's very disappointing. Not really what we were expecting. Not really what we're looking for this team, I think, as well. Like, I guess, like I said, the theory, the logic behind it, like the strategy behind it, is that you put AGL Frieza in slot 1 on turn 1, so that he can tank, and then Tech Frieza, ideally, there'll be some attacks in slot 2, and he can take some hits and get a bit of build-up. And then on the next turn, you put the Tech Frieza in slot 1, or you just use the Tech Frieza's active skill. And then it gets to turn 5, where the AGL one then gets the bigger attack buff, and you put him in slot 2. But the problem is that Tech Golden Frieza, especially at 55%, if it's not the active skill turn, can be a bit of a liability defensively. So, yeah, I don't know. It's not great. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. We'll try him out on some other team builds. We'll take him into some other events and stuff like that for other videos. But my initial response, just straight away from that very first run, like, I can't get over how disappointing that second turn was for him. So yeah, very much not impressed with this guy's EZA. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one. Yeah, that's very disappointing. I think I had, like, after reading his kit, I had, like, relatively decent expectations for him, but oof. Omega's team definitely could be interesting for him, but because of all the extra defense that Omega like provides. But yeah, for the most part, I think largely just a bit of a disappointment. But yeah, what can you do, I guess? Alright, well, anyway, I guess I'm going to end the stream there and get the video edited and put together. And then I've got to go out. So, that is going to be it for the stream. I appreciate you guys coming out. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I'll be live later on this evening, like I say, on the second channel to hopefully finish Death Stranding 2. So do check out the second channel. The link is pinned in the chat. Hopefully I'll see you guys there. But yeah, then we'll be going on to something else. There's actually a game that comes out tonight. Well, I think it actually comes out this afternoon. The new Chronos, like horror, Dead Spacey type thing that I want to get into. But yeah, Mega's team, I think he'll be good. I think on the Mega's team, you run him instead of the Tech one. But I guess we'll see. But yeah, that's it from me. Appreciate you guys coming out. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.